Howdy, lieutenants and economists.
The most volatile, evil, disgusting things on the planet, humans. If you have a video request, you can always go to assholeconsulting.com.
Yeah, I am gonna charge you, kids. And that is the importance of not fucking up.
You are such an asshole!
assholeconsulting.com. Hello, Aaron. I wanted to get your take on the growing popularity of the tiny house movement and its implications for single men and perhaps MGTOW. I'd also like some advice on my current situation in going the tiny house route. Regarding tiny houses, or maybe cottages, I'm talking about houses of at least the following dimensions: 264 square feet, 12 foot 6 inches wide, 24 feet in height, and that might be on wheels for mobility. In general, I'm intrigued with the idea and see it as a viable option for single men who are wanting to own some property, yet who want to escape things like the astronomical costs of older or newer housing in larger urban areas, property taxes, and other hassles of standard home ownership. You own the tiny house fair and square, no mortgage, also possibly lower risk in terms of having a functional roof over your head if you were to lose your job, and protection from the devastation of divorce if married. Seems like a win in many respects if you play your cards right. In general, we men don't require a lot to be happy. That is true. Tiny houses seem one step below a standard trailer and would be good for those that don't own a lot and who can live in smaller spaces. In other words, minimalists. It appears that Danny from 504 is doing this in Louisiana. Yes, he is. Not having a trailer means that you wouldn't be forced to live in a Shitsville trailer park. Quite possibly, I live in Washington, D.C., and this is a city of ridiculously high housing costs. Many of these standard D.C. row houses are quite old, not up to snuff for those with a prepper mindset, e.g., some unpolluted and free green space to grow vegetables, etc. That would work better in suburbia, but not here. Much of D.C. is residential and looks and feels like a compact suburb because houses are average size, yet don't come with a lot more than that, especially a yard. There's some movement to create more urban gardens in the unused space in the city, but it's moving slowly. In my case, I'm seriously thinking of going this route since I'm looking for more freedom in my life, job life, and a chance to have a place to rent that won't root me in one particular area in case I have to move. Fundamentally, a house is a house. It's a place to live, not really a source of ever appreciating wealth. I really bought into this mindset and really have to laugh at some of the people who thought this would be the case. I'm in the process of changing jobs that would allow me to work remotely for most of the time, and so free me up to some time to investigate this further. Rather than put my money into a more house than I need, I prefer to put it into gaining skills and creating more friendships. This is the real wealth out there, and single men / MGTOW could sure use more of it. My long-term plan is to head south to a lower cost of living area, purchase a plot of land if possible, put my tiny house on it, and then rent out the other space for either storage, parking, or other tiny house owners, either short-term or long-term, sort of an Airbnb for the tiny house crowd, and maybe even bordering on create a tiny house community. You become a mayor. There are such places like this already. Currently, I can't do this in DC as zoning restrictions are draconian, which is also one of the main reasons for my main causes of astronomical housing prices. I have no desire to purchase anything in DC because I can't afford it. If by afford you mean have a mortgage. Instead, I live with my girlfriend in her 2-bedroom condo and share the cost of the mortgage, etc. Her condo is nothing spectacular, an older apartment converted into a condo, but it's in the city and so affords us a very easy commute to work instead of wasting time in traffic. Though she'd like something bigger, the size of her place is just perfect for me. How tough fucking shit. These women fucking can learn to... They want to be equal and they want to live in the... Then they can deal with smaller stuff. If you don't think this plan is that feasible, at least for now, what would you recommend for a veteran like me with a VA home loan? One of the advantages is no down payment. I was thinking of having my own house constructed on my own land. It could be a small house or maybe a trailer, and I'd be building it with my 60s and 70s in mind. See attached art. I don't want to be in a house that isn't designed with the disabled in mind. Example, no walking upstairs to get to bed, or something that would cost money for refitting. Alternatively, I'm thinking of going the route you mentioned in one of your recent videos, i.e. own a small house near a military base and rent out to middle-aged officers. It's better vetting process in general. Alright, so in general, yes, I'm very pro small house, and one of these days I intend on getting one. And the debate is, it depends on the place you're at, but if it's mobile, it's not a permanent structure, and you don't pay taxes, and you don't have to get permits. But if you really like this lot of land, and you just need a place to crash, yeah, go ahead, build yourself one of those mini homes. I've looked into it. Some are prefabbed, and then you start getting. I know they show the cutesy stuff on the TV. It's like a really picturesque one, and yeah, those are cool. It's like a clubhouse, and it's really neat. And you can go online. There's like cool designs. I mean, the sky's the limit. But whether we're talking an actual house or even a trailer, I'm very for it. And like I said, I probably will do something like that down the road because I don't intend on living in Minnesota for the rest of my days. I really love the Black Hills. Probably go get myself a piece of land out there if I ever make the money. Or probably just sell my place here in Minnesota and then move out to South Dakota. But yes, I am for it because that's all you need. That's really all you need. That's all anybody needs. And if you're going MGTOW and you have that mentality and you could tell women, hey, take it or leave it. This is what I'm doing. You're allowed to take along, but this is what I'm doing. Yeah, that's all anyone needs is like a little. Now, if there's two people, sure, you might need like something a little bit more because these things are tiny. They're really small. But whether it's a prefabbed home, a picturesque tiny house, something of your own design, or even a trailer, yeah, absolutely. That's all you really need. So find yourself a piece of land, get yourself a nice little facility to live in. Make sure it's, I'd be more concerned about heating, air conditioning, the structure of the building. Make sure it's sound. But yeah, it's yeah. If I were to do it all over again, I probably would have. Well, I never would have bought property. I would have gotten some small little thing like this, and yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, you pay cash. You got a place. Your mortgage is taken care of forever. You'll never be homeless. You'll never be home. Your biggest expense is taken care of with this small little nice house. And the other thing, especially with the MGTOW philosophy, the real one, not the I'm a loser. I'm talking like the real MGTOWs actually go out and do things. It is the epitome of the adventuresome type spirit, what life is about, and that is, it's not at home. Home is a place for you to sleep. Home is a place for you to eat, maybe, and rest. The real life is out there. It's outside of the home. That's where adventure is out there. You got to go outside of your home. And so not that you'd be cramped or uncomfortable, but it's basically, this is where I eat, shit, and sleep, and shower and bathe. That's it. And my life is not here. It's out there. And so you get yourself your motorcycle, you get your truck, whatever. The one thing I will talk about with the tiny houses is you probably want to have a garage that's bigger than the house because you got to store your cars, your tools, and other things like that. It would keep all the crap out of the small little house, and you could live in there. And garages aren't that hard to make. Yeah, it also plays very well with the MGTOW philosophy of going out and doing your own thing and living life and not, God, fucking dames. And I've seen guys do it too, but they buy crap. It's all crap that they put in their house, and they have doilies and trinkets, and look at this, look at that. I like this armoire. It's like, what the fuck is an armoire? What the fuck? I'm like, no, this is not. And so you'll also screen out women that will not be conducive to your lifestyle. You'll definitely screen out the hoarders, the gold diggers, because they're going to see your little house and be like, oh, you're one of those guys. And then you're going to be like, cool, that's awesome. Let me go get my motorcycle, go cruising. Or they're just like, no, I want nothing to do with you. And that's cool, because then you've avoided basically a person who's just going to waste money and doesn't know the importance of what's important in life. So yeah, I would absolutely do it. Find a place outside of DC. I wouldn't own property in DC. There's no way. But I don't know. Virginia, West Virginia, Maryland, is there like some rural area you can buy it where Republicans are in charge of property taxes? That's what I would do. So anyway, yeah, best of luck. Send a picture if you ever do build one. That'd be pretty cool to see. Toodles.